You know that steering wheel in your hands? It's your single most direct connection to the road. One little turn can be the difference between a near miss and a serious accident. So mastering it isn't just about feeling in control. It's about building real safety and confidence every single time you drive.
Okay, I want you to think way back to when you first learned how to drive. Now, what if I told you that one of the first things you were ever taught is not just outdated, it's actually considered dangerous now? Let's dive in and unlearn a few old habits that could, and I mean this literally, save your life. All right, first up, let's talk about the most basic thing of all, where you actually put your hands. It's something we do without even thinking about it, right? But getting this one little thing right is the foundation for everything else we're going to cover.
For decades, 10 and 2 was the gold standard, wasn't it? Our parents did it, their parents did it, it was drilled into our heads in driver's ed. But here's the deal. In any modern car that has an airbag, that position is a major hazard. The safe way to drive now is with your hands at 9 and 3, or even a more relaxed 8 and 4. Let's get into why that is.
So, why the big change? Well, picture this. An airbag deploys with explosive force. It has to save you. If your hands are up high at 10 and 2, your arms are right in that blast zone. We're talking about the airbag turning your own arms into projectiles, causing some really severe injuries, like broken bones or even throwing your hands right back into your face. The new position simply keeps you out of that danger zone.
Okay, so we've got our hands in the right spot. Awesome. Now, how do we actually turn the wheel? Well, believe it or not, the right technique changes completely depending on how fast you're going.
So there are really two main ways to think about this. You've got the classic hand-over-hand motion, right? Well, from now on, that's only for low speeds. Think parking lots, three-point turns, that kind of thing. Why? Because again, your arms cross over into that airbag zone. At higher speeds, on the highway or a winding road, you want to use what's called the sliding or push-pull technique. Your hands stay on their respective sides of the wheel, kind of shuffling it back and forth. This gives you way more precise, fine-tuned control when it matters most. And speaking of high speeds, everything changes. Any sudden, jerky movement can throw the car's balance completely off. The absolute key to staying stable and in control is to make all your steering inputs smooth, small, and deliberate. You really have to think of it less like you're steering the car and more like you're guiding it.
All right, now for those heart-stopping moments we all hope we never have to deal with, when your tires lose their grip on the road. But understanding what's happening and knowing exactly how to react can turn a potential disaster into a controlled, safe recovery. First up is something called Understeer. Here's the scene. You're going into a turn, you're turning the wheel, but the car just keeps plowing straight ahead. It's not turning as much as you want it to. Your gut instinct, your panic reaction, is to crank the wheel even harder. But that's the absolute worst thing you can do. The correct move is completely counterintuitive. Gently ease off the gas. Do not brake, just lift your foot. This simple action shifts the car's weight forward onto the front tires, giving them the extra bite they need to get a grip again. Then you can just gently guide the car where you want it to go. You're coaxing it back, not fighting it. Now, oversteer is the exact opposite problem. This is when your rear tires lose grip and the back of the car starts to slide out, making the car pivot way too sharply. It feels like the back end is trying to pass the front, and yeah, it's a seriously unnerving feeling.
So what do? You countersteer. That means you look and steer in the direction you want the car to go, which is into the slide. If the back slides to the right, you steer right to catch it. The real key here is to match the slide. A small slide needs a quick, small steering input. A big, dramatic slide needs a bigger, faster one.
But here's the trap so many people fall into: overcorrection. If you steer too far or hold it too long, you can make the car snap back violently the other way, creating this dangerous pendulum effect. As the car starts to straighten out, you have to smoothly unwind the steering to match its movement. It really is like a synchronized dance, a fluid motion to guide the car back to stability. Okay, so besides just controlling the car, your steering wheel is also, believe it or not, a diagnostic tool. The little sounds it makes, the feelings it sends back to your hands, that's your car's way of talking to you, telling you that something might be wrong.
This right here is an awesome cheat sheet. You hear a whining noise when you turn? That almost always points to your power steering system. A clunk or a pop? That's usually a sign of worn-out parts like tie rods. If the wheel feels super stiff, first check your fluid and tire pressure. But, and this is a big one, if it feels loose, like there's a dead spot in the middle,
That is a serious safety issue. Get that checked out immediately. So let's wrap this all up by talking about being proactive. A little bit of proper care and making some smart choices on accessories can save you a ton of money and, way more importantly, keep you safe on the road.
So we've kind of danced around it, but a wheel alignment is absolutely vital. And what is it? It's really simple. It's just a technician precisely adjusting the angles of your wheels. You might hear them talk about things like camber, caster, and toe to get them back to the exact way the factory designed them to be.
And why does this matter? Oh, the benefits are huge. We're talking about saving a fortune by making your tires last way, way longer. You'll get better fuel economy. The car will handle better and feel more stable. It's honestly one of the best bangs for your buck you can get in car maintenance.
Now, what about those steering wheel covers? Look, they can be great for grip and comfort, but the risks are massive if you pick the wrong one. A cover must, and I mean must, fit perfectly tight so it can't slip an inch. It needs to have a non-slip surface, and most importantly, it cannot, under any circumstances, interfere with the airbag. When it comes to something that sits between you and a life-saving device, there is zero room for error.
So, if you take just one thing away from all this, let it be this. Your steering wheel is your car talking to you. It's a vital channel of communication. It's telling you about the road, about your tire's grip, and about the health of the car itself. Learning to listen to it is one of the most important skills you can develop as a driver.
So the next time you get behind the wheel, don't just drive. Listen. Pay attention. Feel the feedback coming through your hands. And ask yourself, what is my steering wheel trying to tell me right now? The answer just might be the most important thing you hear all day.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.